The year was 2387. Space was dark and cold around the human ship USS Nightfall. Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge looking at the stars. His ship was small but fast. It had been flying through space for 6 months, looking for new planets, and checking if they were safe for humans. The USS Nightfall was coming home. 43 humans worked on this ship. They were tired but happy. Their mission was almost over. Soon they would see Earth again and meet their families. Lieutenant. Amy Rodriguez sat at her station watching the sensors. The sensors showed what was happening in space around them. For hours, everything had been quiet. But then something changed. The screen started showing red dots. Many red dots. "Captain?" Amy called out. Her voice was worried. "I'm seeing something strange on the sensors." Captain Morrison walked over to look at her screen. What he saw made his heart beat faster. Hundreds of ships were coming toward them from all directions. These were not human ships. "How many?" the captain asked. Amy looked at the numbers on her screen. "I count over 2,000 ships, sir. They're coming from 3 different directions." Commander. Steve Parker was the ship's weapons officer. He ran to his station and started checking the computer. "Captain, these are not just any alien ships. I'm seeing Zephyrian Empire markings, Kortak hegemony symbols, and Vorthak collective signs. These are the 3 most powerful alien nations in the galaxy." Captain Morrison felt cold. Everyone knew about these 3 alien empires. They controlled most of the galaxy. They had been fighting wars for thousands of years, but now they were working together, and they were all coming for one small human ship. "Why would they send so many ships for us?" asked Lieutenant Rodriguez. "Because they want to send a message," said Commander Parker. "They want to show all humans what happens when we go too far into space." The alien ships moved closer. Soon they could see them with their eyes, not just on sensors. The alien ships were huge and covered in weapons. Some ships were shaped like triangles. Others looked like long needles. All of them looked deadly. A voice came through the radio. It spoke in English, but with a strange accent. "Human vessel, this is Admiral Lisa Hayes of the Zephyrian Empire. You have entered sacred space. You have broken the old laws. Your species must be punished." Captain Morrison pressed the button to talk back. "This is Captain Morrison of the USS Nightfall. We are peaceful explorers. We meant no harm." "It does not matter," said the alien voice. "Your kind has grown too bold. You think you can go anywhere in space. But space belongs to us. We have decided that humans must learn their place." More alien voices joined the conversation. "This is Admiral Kortak of the Hegemony. We agree with the Zephyrians. Humans are like children playing with fire. You will burn yourselves and others if we do not stop you." A third voice spoke. It sounded like metal grinding against metal. "Vorthak Collective agrees. Human expansion ends here. Your ship will be destroyed. Your death will be broadcast to all human worlds. This is our warning to your species." Commander Parker looked at his weapons screen. The USS Nightfall had some guns and missiles, but they were made for fighting pirates and small threats. Against 2,000 alien warships, they might as well throw rocks. "Captain," Parker said quietly, "we have 43 people on this ship. They have enough firepower to destroy a planet. We cannot fight them." Captain Morrison looked around, his bridge. His crew was scared but still working. These were good people. They had families waiting for them on Earth. They did not deserve to die because some aliens wanted to make an example. "Options?" he asked. "We could try to run," said Lieutenant Rodriguez. "But their ships are faster." "We could surrender," said Commander Parker. "But I don't think they plan to let us live." Captain Morrison thought about his choices. Neither option was good, but there was one more thing they could try. It was dangerous and maybe impossible, but it was their only hope. "Danny," he called to Chief Engineer Danny Clark. "How long would it take to activate the Lazarus Protocol?" Chief Engineer Clark looked surprised. "Sir, we've never tested that system. It's still experimental." We don't even know if it works." "How long?" Morrison asked again. 5 minutes to charge the system. Maybe 10 minutes total. The alien ships were getting closer. Soon they would be close enough to start shooting. The USS Nightfall would be destroyed in seconds once the battle began. "Do it," Morrison ordered. "Activate the Lazarus Protocol." "Sir, if this doesn't work, we'll just be wasting our last minutes of life," Clark warned. "And if we don't try, we'll definitely be dead in the next hour," Morrison replied. Clark nodded and ran to his station. He started pressing buttons and flipping switches. Lights began flashing all over the ship. The crew could feel the ship's power systems working harder than ever before. "What is the Lazarus Protocol?" asked Lieutenant Rodriguez. Morrison looked at her. "It's a distress signal, but not just any distress signal. This one is supposed to reach across space and time. It's supposed to call for help from places that shouldn't exist." "I don't understand," she said. "Neither do I," Morrison admitted. "But right now it's our only chance." The alien ships were now so close that they blocked out the stars. The USS Nightfall looked like a tiny fish surrounded by sharks. On the screens, they could see the alien weapons turning toward them. "Lazarus Protocol charging at 50%, called out Clark. "Human ship," came the alien voice again. "You have 1 minute to surrender. After that, we will open fire." Morrison looked at his crew. They were all young and brave. They had signed up to explore space and help humanity reach the stars. They did not sign up to die in a hopeless battle. "Lazarus Protocol at 75%, Clark announced. The alien ships moved even closer. Weapon systems began glowing with deadly energy. In a few seconds, thousands of alien guns would fire at once. "Lazarus Protocol ready," Clark called. "Outdo it," Morrison ordered. Clark pressed the final button. The USS Nightfall's lights dimmed as all power went to the strange device. A pulse of energy shot out from the ship. But this was not normal energy. It twisted and bent space around. It seemed to disappear and reappear as it traveled through dimensions that humans did not understand. The pulse vanished into the dark of space, carrying with it humanity's desperate cry for help. Now all they could do was wait and hope that someone would answer. Far away in the cold darkness of space, something was waiting. It had been waiting for over 100 years. Hidden between the stars where no one could find it, a massive ship floated silently. This ship was bigger than anything humans had ever built. It was 3 kilometers long and 1 kilometer wide. Its name was the USS Sovereign. The ship looked dead. No lights were on. No engines were running. But deep inside, computers were still working. They were always listening, always watching, always waiting for one special signal. Then the signal came. The Lazarus Protocol pulse from the USS Nightfall traveled through space in ways that normal science could not explain. It bent through dimensions and twisted through time. Finally, it reached the USS Sovereign and activated systems that had been sleeping for decades. Lights began turning on throughout the massive ship. Computers started working faster. In the deepest part of the ship, a special room began to warm up. Inside this room was a metal bed, and on the bed lay a man who had been sleeping for 100 years. Captain Alex Stone opened his eyes for the first time in a century. The room was white and clean. Machines around him beeped quietly. He felt strange and weak, but his mind was clear. He remembered going to sleep, but that seemed like yesterday to him. "Good morning, Captain," said a voice. It was not human. It was the ship's computer, which had a name. Everyone called it Phoenix. "Phoenix," Stone said. His voice was rough from not speaking for so long. "How long was I asleep?" 103 years, Captain," Phoenix replied. "You have been awakened because of an emergency signal." Stone sat up slowly. His body felt stiff, but the machines had kept him healthy during his long sleep. "What kind of emergency?" "A human ship is under attack. The USS Nightfall has been surrounded by 3 alien fleets. They are going to be destroyed unless we help them." Stone stood up and walked to a wall screen. Phoenix showed him what was happening. He could see the small human ship surrounded by thousands of alien vessels. It looked hopeless. "How many alien ships?" Stone asked. "Over 2,000, Captain. They belong to the Zephyrian Empire, the Kortak Hegemony, and the Vorthak Collective." Stone nodded. He knew these names. Even 100 years ago, these three alien nations had been dangerous enemies of humanity. Now they were working together. "Why are they attacking just one small ship?" he asked. Phoenix showed him more information on the screen. "They want to send a message to all humans. They want to stop human expansion into space." The USS Nightfall was chosen as an example. Stone felt angry. These aliens thought they could destroy innocent humans just to make a point. They thought humans were weak and could be easily scared. "Phoenix, wake up the crew," Stone ordered. "Yes, Captain." "How many crew members should I wake?" "All of them." Throughout the USS Sovereign, more sleeping rooms began to warm up. Inside each room was a person who had volunteered for this special mission. They were the best soldiers, engineers, and officers that humanity had ever produced. They had agreed to sleep for decades, waiting for the day when humanity would need them most. Commander Kelly Wright was the first to wake up after Stone. She was the ship's weapons officer. She had spent 20 years studying alien military tactics before going to sleep. Now she opened her eyes and immediately asked, "What's the situation?" "We have a fight coming," Stone told her as she got out of her sleeping bed. 3 alien fleets are about to destroy a human ship." Wright smiled. She had been waiting for this day. "Good. I was getting bored." One by one, the other crew members woke up. Chief Science Officer Maria Santos opened her eyes and asked about the alien technology they would be facing. Lieutenant Commander Paul Davis, the communications officer, wanted to know if they could talk to the human ship under attack. Chief Engineer Ben Taylor asked about the Sovereign's weapon systems. Stone gathered his crew in the main meeting room. There were 50 of them, and each one was an expert in their field. They had been chosen for this mission because they were the best humanity had to offer. "Listen carefully," Stone said. 100 years ago, humanity found something in space. It was a ship from an ancient alien race that died out millions of years ago. This ship contained technology that was far beyond anything we had ever seen. He pointed to the walls around them. "We used that technology to build the USS Sovereign. This ship is humanity's greatest secret. Most humans don't even know we exist." Commander Wright raised her hand. "Sir, why were we kept secret?" "Because humanity wasn't ready," Stone explained. "Our leaders decided to hide us until the day came when humanity faced total destruction. That day has come." Chief Science Officer Santos looked at the data on her tablet. "Captain, these alien fleets have enough firepower to destroy entire planets. But according to these readings, our ship is more powerful than all of them combined." Stone nodded. The ancient aliens who built the original ship were far more advanced than any species alive today. They could bend space and time. They could create energy from nothing. They could destroy stars if they wanted to. "And now we have their technology," said Wright. "Yes, but remember, we are not conquerors. We are protectors. Our job is to keep humanity safe, not to rule the galaxy." Phoenix's voice came through the speakers. "Captain, the USS Nightfall has approximately 15 minutes before the alien fleets begin their attack." Stone looked at his crew. They were ready. They had trained for this moment for years before going to sleep. "Everyone to your stations. Wright, I want all weapon systems online. Santos, scan those alien ships and find their weak points. Davis, prepare to contact the USS Nightfall. Taylor, give me maximum power to engines." The crew ran to their positions throughout the ship. The USS Sovereign began to come alive. Engines that had been cold for a century started warming up. Weapons that could destroy moons began charging with energy. Shields that could stop the explosion of stars flickered to life. "Phoenix," Stone said as he sat in the captain's chair. "Set course for the USS Nightfall. Maximum speed." "Course set, Captain. We will arrive in 12 minutes." The USS Sovereign turned toward the distant battle. Its engines created a hole in space itself, allowing the ship to travel faster than light in ways that normal physics could not explain. The ancient alien technology made the impossible seem easy. As they flew through space, Stone thought about the humans on the USS Nightfall. They were brave explorers who had risked their lives to help humanity reach the stars. They did not deserve to die because some aliens wanted to make a point. "Captain," Wright called out, "all weapons are ready." "Good," Stone replied. "Those aliens think they can destroy humans without consequences. They're about to learn they were wrong." The USS Sovereign dropped out of its faster-than-light travel at the edge of the star system. Captain Stone looked at the main screen and saw the USS Nightfall surrounded by thousands of alien ships. The small human vessel looked like a mouse, trapped by a pack of wolves. "Phoenix, scan the alien fleets," Stone ordered. "Scanning complete, Captain. I count 2,847 alien vessels. They have formed a perfect sphere around the USS Nightfall. The human ship cannot escape." Commander Wright studied her weapons display. "Captain, they have enough firepower to destroy 100 ships like the Nightfall." "Not today," Stone said firmly. "Davis, open a channel to the USS Nightfall." Lieutenant Commander Davis worked at his communication station. "Channel open, sir." "USS Nightfall, this is Captain Alex Stone of the USS Sovereign. We received your distress call. Move away from the alien fleet immediately." On the USS Nightfall, Captain Morrison could not believe what he was hearing. "Unknown vessel, this is Captain Morrison. We're surrounded by over 2,000 enemy ships. How can one ship help us?" "Trust me, Captain. Get your ship to a safe distance. We'll handle this." Morrison looked at his crew. They were all staring at him, waiting for orders. He had never heard of the USS Sovereign, but right now it was their only hope. "Rodriguez, move us away from the alien fleet. Full speed." The USS Nightfall began to move away from the center of the alien formation. The alien ships let it go. They were more interested in this new human vessel that had appeared from nowhere. Admiral Lisa Hayes of the Zephyrian Empire stared at her sensors. The readings made no sense. The human ship was generating more energy than her entire fleet combined. "How is this possible?" she asked her science officer. "I don't know, Admiral. The energy readings are off our charts. This ship should not be able to exist." Admiral Hayes opened a communication channel to the other alien fleet commanders. "Kortak, Vorthak, are you seeing these readings?" "Yes," replied Admiral Kortak of the Hegemony. "This human ship is unlike anything we have ever encountered." The metallic voice of the Vorthak collective leader joined the conversation. "Ship size indicates 3 kilometers length. Energy output impossible by known physics. Recommend extreme caution." Admiral Hayes made a decision. "All ships, target the large human vessel. We will destroy it with overwhelming firepower." The alien fleets began to turn toward the USS Sovereign. Thousands of weapons started charging with deadly energy. The space around the human ship filled with targeting beams from alien ships. On the USS Sovereign, Chief Science Officer Santos watched her instruments. "Captain, they're preparing to attack. All enemy ships are targeting us." Stone sat calmly in his captain's chair. "Right, are our weapons ready?" "All weapon systems are online and ready, Captain." "Santos, have you found their weak points?" "Yes, sir. Their shields operate on different frequencies, but they all have the same basic weakness. They cannot defend against quantum-level attacks." Stone nodded. The ancient alien technology that powered his ship could attack at the quantum level, striking at the very atoms that made up enemy ships. "Davis, open a channel to all alien ships." "Channel open, Captain." Stone's voice was calm and strong. "Alien fleets, this is Captain Stone of the USS Sovereign. You have threatened innocent humans. You have one chance to leave this system peacefully." Admiral Hayes laughed. "One human ship against 3 fleets? You are either very brave or very stupid." "Neither," Stone replied. "I'm just someone who doesn't like bullies." Admiral Hayes had heard enough. "All ships open fire." The alien fleets attacked at once. Thousands of energy beams and missiles flew toward the USS Sovereign. The space around the human ship lit up like a star as countless weapons fired at the same time. But the USS Sovereign was ready. Its shields were made from the same ancient technology as its weapons. The alien attacks hit the shields and simply disappeared, absorbed by energy fields that existed in multiple dimensions. "Their weapons have no effect, Captain," reported Wright. "Good. Now show them what real weapons look like. Target their command ships first." Wright smiled and began working at her station. The USS Sovereign's weapons were unlike anything that existed in the galaxy. They could bend space itself, allowing them to attack from impossible angles. They could phase through normal shields as if they were not there. The first quantum torpedo left the USS Sovereign and flew toward Admiral Hayes's command ship. The Zephyrian shields tried to stop it, but the torpedo existed in several dimensions at once. It passed through the shields and hit the ship's main reactor. The explosion was spectacular. The massive alien command ship simply came apart, destroyed from the inside out. "Impossible!" shouted Admiral Kortak. "How did their weapon get through our shields?" Before anyone could answer, more quantum torpedoes were flying through space. Each one found its target with perfect accuracy. The USS Sovereign's targeting computer was far more advanced than anything the aliens had. It could predict where enemy ships would move before they even started moving. Wright was just getting started. "Captain, switching to energy weapons." Beams of pure energy shot out from the USS Sovereign. But these were not normal energy beams. They bent space around them, curving through impossible paths to hit targets that were hiding behind other ships. Some beams split into multiple parts, destroying several ships at once. The alien fleets tried to fight back, but their weapons could not even scratch the human ships' shields. Meanwhile, their own ships were being destroyed so fast that their sensors could barely keep track. Chief Engineer Taylor monitored the ship's power systems. "Captain, we're operating at only 20% power. We have plenty of energy for a long fight." Stone was impressed. Even at 20% power, they were destroying alien ships faster than the aliens could react. Admiral Hayes watched in horror as her fleet was torn apart. In just 3 minutes, she had lost over 400 ships. The human vessel was moving through their formation like a force of nature, destroying everything in its path. "All ships, retreat," she ordered. "Fall back and regroup." But retreat was not easy. The USS Sovereign was everywhere at once, its weapons striking from all directions. Every time the aliens tried to run, quantum torpedoes would appear and destroy their engines. Santos looked at her readings. "Captain, we've destroyed over 800 alien ships. They're trying to retreat, but they're having trouble getting away." Stone made a decision. He could destroy all the alien ships, but that would make him no better than them. "Wright, target their engines only. Disable them, don't destroy them." Wright adjusted her targeting. The USS Sovereign's weapons became more precise, striking only the engines of fleeing alien ships. Soon hundreds of alien vessels were floating helplessly in space, unable to move but still alive. In just 5 minutes, the greatest alien fleet ever assembled had been defeated by a single human ship. The USS Nightfall watched from a safe distance as the impossible battle ended. Captain Morrison and his crew could not believe what they had seen. The battle was over, but Captain Stone was not finished. He looked at the thousands of disabled alien ships floating in space. Some were completely destroyed, but many were just unable to move. The alien crews inside were still alive, and they were all listening. "Davis, open a communication channel to all alien vessels," Stone ordered. "Channel open, Captain. All ships can hear you." Stone stood up from his captain's chair. What he said next would be remembered across the galaxy for generations to come. "Alien commanders, this is Captain Alex Stone of the USS Sovereign. You came here to destroy innocent humans and send a message to our species. Now I have a message for you." Inside the alien ships, thousands of commanders and crew members listened. Admiral Lisa Hayes of the Zephyrian Empire sat in her damaged command center, her hands shaking. Admiral Kortak of the Hegemony stared at his broken screens. The Vorthak Collective's ships floated silently, their metal hulls torn and smoking. Stone continued his speech. "You thought humans were weak. You thought we would be easy to destroy. You were wrong. For over 100 years, humanity has been preparing for this day." He walked closer to the communication station. "We know about your plans. We know you have been destroying other young species across the galaxy. We know you think you own space itself." Admiral Hayes found her voice. "How do you have such powerful weapons? This technology should not exist." Stone smiled, but the aliens could not see it. "Long ago we found something in space. A ship from a race that died out millions of years before your species even existed. They were more advanced than all of us combined. Chief Science Officer Santos looked at her captain. She knew he was taking a risk by revealing this information, but Stone believed the aliens needed to understand what they were facing. "We learned from them," Stone continued. "We built this ship using their knowledge, but we are not like you. We do not use this power to conquer others. We use it to protect our people." The alien commanders began talking among themselves on private channels. They could not believe what they were hearing. Humans had access to ancient technology that was millions of years old. Stone was not done. "You have a choice to make. You can continue to be enemies of humanity, or you can become something better." Lieutenant Commander Davis monitored the alien communications. He could hear fear in their voices. These powerful alien leaders who had controlled the galaxy for centuries were now afraid of humans. Stone walked to the main screen and looked at the disabled alien fleets. "But first, let me show you what happens to those who threaten innocent people." He turned to Commander Wright. "Wright, target the moon in this system." Wright looked surprised. "Sir, which moon?" "The small one. The dead one with no life on it." Santos checked her instruments. "Captain, that moon is 847 kilometers wide. It's made of solid rock." "Perfect," Stone said. "Wright, charge the main quantum cannon." Wright had never used the ship's most powerful weapon before. She had read about it and trained with simulations, but this would be the first time it was fired in real combat. "Quantum cannon charging, Captain. It will take 60 seconds to reach full power." The aliens watched their sensors as the human ship began generating incredible amounts of energy. The USS Sovereign started glowing with power that hurt to look at. "What are they doing?" Admiral Kortak asked over the communication channel. "They're about to show us something," Stone replied. "Something you need to see." The quantum cannon finished charging. It was a weapon that could destroy planets if Stone wanted it to. The ancient aliens who created this technology had been powerful beyond imagination. "Fire," Stone ordered. A beam of pure energy shot out from the USS Sovereign. It was not like the weapons they had used in the battle. This beam was different. It seemed to bend reality itself as it traveled through space. The beam hit the moon, and something incredible happened. The moon did not just explode. It simply stopped existing. One moment it was there, a solid ball of rock floating in space. The next moment, there was nothing. Not even dust remained. The alien fleets stared at their sensors in complete shock. The moon had been completely destroyed at the atomic level. Every piece of rock, every grain of dust had been turned back into basic energy. "Impossible," whispered Admiral Hayes. "That moon had been there for billions of years." Stone's voice came through the speakers again. "That could have been your homeworlds. That could have been every planet in your empires. But we are not like you. We do not destroy innocent people." The silence that followed was complete. Thousands of alien crew members sat in their ships trying to understand what they had just witnessed. Stone continued his message. "You have 72 hours to withdraw all your forces from human space. You will establish peaceful contact with Earth's government. You will sign treaties promising that you will never again attack humans or any other peaceful species." Admiral Hayes found her voice. "And if we refuse?" Stone's answer was simple and terrifying. "Then your species will follow that moon into nothingness." Commander Wright looked at her captain with respect. He had just threatened 3 of the most powerful alien empires in the galaxy, and they were actually considering surrender. "Captain," Santos said quietly, "I'm detecting movement in the alien fleets. The ships that can still move are starting to retreat." Stone nodded. "Good. Davis, send the details of our peace terms to all alien command ships. Make sure they understand exactly what we expect." Davis worked at his station, sending detailed messages to the alien fleets. The terms were simple but clear. Stop attacking humans. Stop destroying other young species. Start talking instead of fighting. One by one, the alien commanders began responding. Admiral Hayes was the first. "The Zephyrian Empire accepts your terms. We will withdraw from human space and establish diplomatic contact." Admiral Kortak was next. The Kortak hegemony agrees. We have underestimated humanity. We will honor your peace treaty. The Vorthak Collective took longer to respond. Finally, their metallic voice came through the speakers. Vorthak Collective acknowledges human superiority. We will withdraw and establish peaceful relations. Stone felt satisfied. The immediate threat to humanity was over, but he knew this was just the beginning. Word would spread across the galaxy about what had happened here. Other alien species would hear about the mysterious human ship that had defeated 3 fleets in minutes. Davis, open a channel to the USS Nightfall. Channel open, Captain. Captain Morrison, this is Captain Stone. You and your crew are safe now. The alien threat has been neutralized. Morrison's voice came back, full of amazement. Captain Stone, I don't know how to thank you. We thought we were going to die. That's what we're here for, Captain. Humanity protects its own. Chief Engineer. Taylor walked up to Stone. Captain, should we escort the USS Nightfall home? Stone shook his head. No, we must return to our hiding place. The galaxy is not ready to know about us yet. He looked around at his crew. They had done something incredible today. They had saved human lives and changed the balance of power in the galaxy. Phoenix set course for home. Prepare the crew for another long sleep. Course set, Captain. Estimated. Time to arrival, 6 hours. As the USS Sovereign prepared to leave, Stone took one last look at the alien fleets. They were already beginning their retreat, carrying with them a story that would be told across the galaxy. The unknown human warship had appeared from nowhere, destroyed the greatest alien fleet ever assembled, and then disappeared back into the darkness of space. But its message was clear. Humanity was no longer defenseless, and those who threatened innocent people would face consequences beyond their imagination. The age of human expansion into the galaxy had truly begun.